Anyone awake? Take one.
Kasich, how are you guys doing today?
So good. How about you?
I'm doing great. Just tell me like your names of everyone in the band and just who you guys are and where you came from.
Yeah, I'll start. I'm Rylan. I'm from Arizona. I'm just up at school at BYUI. That's how I met these guys, and I play guitar in the band.
I'm Cassius. I'm from Rigby, Idaho. I'm 16 years old and going into senior year.
Yeah. I'm Sam. I'm also from Rigby, Idaho. I'm 17 years old and also going into senior year. I play bass for the band.
Sweet. My name is Seth. I am also going to school at BYU, Idaho. I'm not 16. I'm 21, or I'm 22. I just turned 22. I'm originally from Bountiful, Utah, though, so yeah.
Cool. How did you guys all meet?
Well, it started Sam and I.
Yeah, Cash and
Whoa.
I met doing middle school theater, I think.
I was like 11.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
6th or 7th grade.
Like lifelong friends, actually.
Kinda, yeah.
And then Rylan, I actually met him at a basement show. Oh, my bad. Sorry. I met Rylan at a basement show at the Basement in Rexburg. I think he was the first band I'd ever seen live, ever, really. And Seth, I met him about a year ago at Rigby Lake. Yeah, we did it was for my senior project, which I failed, but we don't talk about that.
I met Sam through the band. Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, you're all good.
I'm so sorry. I met Rylan same kind of way Cash did. So we all kind of knew each other a little bit before we were a band. We knew of each other.
And then one day we just there was like a fallout with the last lineup of members, and I texted him, I'm like, hey, do you and Sam want to come to the band and we'll just go crazy?
Right. I've kind of just been in the music scene up in Idaho for a couple years, played in a few bands, and I've seen Cash at some of the shows, and so he just came up. We've played shows together with some of my other bands, and, after he was looking for a new guitarist, I said, yeah, totally. I was in.
Oh, that's awesome. As like you guys know each other just some short, some a long time. How do you see like the approach to songwriting like as a band in that process, and are there any particular themes or messages you aim to convey through your music and through that recording process?
Well, I generally kind of start off myself with just like a basic material with just rhythm guitar and kind of getting melodies down, figuring things out. And it's always kind of been that way for really every band. And then I kind of will bring it in, we'll kind of just jam it, feel what's right, what's wrong, and throw something together. For messages, I'd say I really try to focus on more of a growth kind of thing. Like you can hear the growth throughout even just a song or the whole album in general. I just try to convey general just growth.
Yeah, that's awesome. Can you guys share any memorable experiences or memories in recording and or performing with each other specifically?
I mean,
Breaking a string every single show. We haven't played, it was recorded today, but we broke a string and we had to redo the set because we couldn't keep going.
Yeah, my guitar's sitting on the couch right there with a broken, it's not even the string I always break too, it's the D string, which I've never broken a D string live before. It's always the high E.
And then I played Weezer, so I mean.
Yeah. That was, I think this is probably.
Any cool show moments we've had?
There's.
When we went to that last show and there was the grandpa crowd surfing.
Yeah.
Crowd surf?
Yeah, dude. Do you remember he jumped up on the stage and then he was standing up and he fell down and he crowd surfed everyone, bro. Probably standing outside.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, I remember after that show too, there was a little kid that came up to me after and he's like, how do you learn to play guitar? And I was just like, dude, this is it. This is the moment. Like, I changed somebody's life maybe, but it was, I don't know. That was my most memorable moment.
I love that. I love the sentiment of that. Well, just tell me what projects you guys have coming up, like where are you going to be, what playing, like what shows you playing?
So we're really, really stoked to kind of just get an album out. We've been working on one for about a year now, and we've been in the studio back and forth, just running ideas, trying to conserve money as much as possible. We're working with Make It Now Productions, and they're doing an amazing job. So shout out to them.
Go Keith.
Go Keith.
Yeah, that's a music studio out in Idaho. That's where they're living in Rexburg. You don't have many options for trying to start bands and trying to find like quality studios that can record you, and so that's something we've been working with through this album.
Yeah, we'd have to drive up to Utah to even really get shows with bands that are good and all the things. Like, there's a lot of good bands in Rexburg, but a lot of them are very diverse. And so, like, every show, it's actually kind of cool. You can go to a show and see, like, one kid just messing around with his distortion pedal, and the next band will play, like, an acoustic guitar and a little percussion box. What are those called?
Like a kalimba? Is that what
Maybe.
What's a kalimba? Oh, that's a...
Oh, yeah.
Cash, you need to tell them what the album's about.
The album is the album is about my grandparents. My grandpa passed away in February, and we were really, really lucky to have the chance to like talk to him. He had a stroke and was in the hospital for a few days, and we got to hang around him, be with family, and talk to him. And there was one moment that he hugged my sister back, and he'd been unresponsive really all day. Very just closed eyes, couldn't talk, and then he kind of hugged my sister back, and we all knew he could hear us, and he was there, and that, like, it's so bittersweet. And I was there the moment he passed, and I don't know, I always thought that witnessing a death would terrorize me, but seeing that was a really, really beautiful moment, and I just know that it was better for him, and yeah.
Yeah, well, that is something extremely special, and I know that's going to translate into your guys' music. We're super excited to hear the album. Thank you guys so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
guys.
welcome.